Austin,
Thanks for the
floor is
introduction.
yours.
Appreciate it. So, like I said, my name's Austin. I'm a relatively new product designer here at GitLab. I started back in early June. And so the intent of this showcase is to kind of present what it has been like for me after onboarding, trying to become more of a direct contributor to my group, which is the compliance team. So if we rewind back to when I mostly finished those like 300 onboarding tasks, I was blessed enough to have Daniel as a peer to help me really get familiarized with the compliance group. He was serving as the interim designer. He had set up this nice epic for me that looked nice and succinct, and then I came to learn that that thing had a lot of detail underneath it. So I spent my first 4 to 6 weeks kind of digging at it, learning about all the different issues that were active, what was coming up in 13.2, what milestones were, and all that fun stuff. And from there, when I felt a little bit comfortable with what was going on, I tried to just jump right in and say, all right, Daniel, I'm going to take on some more stuff. And I thought, all right, my PM Matt was so nice to create this issue. It's outlined all the items that we're doing for 13.2, as well as stuff that we plan to get to in 13.3 and 13.4. So I'm just going to start chipping away at these issues. And I think what I came to discover was there's a lot underneath all of these issues. And I just found myself slowly adding more and more issues, assigning myself to more stuff, figuring out there were more design gaps in different areas. And my expectations were essentially shattered in terms of how I thought I would set up my days in terms of my productivity measures. I'm sure many of you have also experienced that as well. But I mostly just still feel like today, even I spend a lot of time triaging UX issues. So this could be anything from something that's in workflow design or something that's in the dev like build track, and they figure out like, oh, we didn't think through this entire interaction, and now we have to pull in design to figure out what are we going to do here. And so really that's like what the core of this is all about. Is I was trying to just demonstrate like incorporating our product designer workflow. I feel like I'm kind of just stuck. Like I focus very heavily on like the priorities 1 and 2. I'm like commenting a lot. I'm creating a lot of mock-ups, a lot of iteration ideas. Stuff gets getting pulled back into workflow design. Mike's question yesterday about what is workflow design is a really great question, because I'm trying to figure out how I can spend more valuable time thinking about the things that are coming down the pipe, helping validate those assumptions that we have, trying to help inform the roadmap. But I'm stuck with a lot of the nitty gritty, just like, where's this button going? Wait, there's no tooltip here, and that kind of stuff. So if you have like any recommendations, I'm definitely open to them. But up until now, I feel like I've gotten to actually do some pretty cool stuff. With only have really been active for the last month, I've gotten to upload videos unfiltered. Like Holly said, I got to participate in some research sessions, which taught me a lot about different aspects of the product that are outside of my staging group, as well as getting to see some user behavior firsthand. I really like getting to be a part of merge requests. It makes me feel like I'm impacting production, so I'm pretty proud of all that in my activity. And I also was able to carry over all my personal projects from GitHub into GitLab and help work with Amanda on like how the import experience was. And that's like way more than any of my friends that have changed jobs also recently in product design. Like they're still, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not really doing anything all that important. And I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I mean, my decisions a couple weeks ago shipped to production. So, I mean, sorry. But yeah, I'm very proud to be working at a company that ships so frequently. It's very rewarding. And so I want to summarize this all by saying, like, if you have suggestions for how I might be able to be more proactive, I'd love to hear them. Hit me up on Slack, throw me a coffee chat. I've heard a number of good ones already that I outlined here. I even just saw like Pedro post that eFactor productivity blog. I read that. I'm like reconsidering how I maybe I'm going to shape up my day. So just want to share with you all like what the experience has been getting to being a contributor, and looking forward to getting better at being that.
That was great. Thank you, Austin. Thank you for sharing your first experiences as a product designer at GitLab. It sounds like you're setting a pretty high plank for some people, so be careful there. Really great
Oh, man.
stuff. Great to see how active you were during your first months, for sure. Any questions from
Thank you.
anybody? I see a lot of positive comments in the chat, though. Thank you so much, Austin. I'm gonna start.